Well, hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Great to see all of you here today. So when you see me with these glasses, we always go multi-dimension. That's what we're doing today. We're going multi-dimensional in our understanding of reality and manifesting our deepest desires. Multi-dimensional to do anything. Go win the lottery, multi-dimensional, make your business, everything you do, you have to be multi-dimensional. Now check this out. I talk a lot about the observer effect when we're manifesting reality. But you have to remember something also very important. We are not only observers, we are also participants. Actually, we help create reality. So we're not just watching a reality, we are actively participating in making it manifest. Because here's what the scientists discovered. Our brain decodes reality. So there's a scientist, his name was Greenwald, a couple scientists, physicists. Funny, they all disappeared now. But they actually discovered the underlying truth about reality. So they call it the lattice. What they're saying is space and time are just projections of our consciousness. And what happens is in our consciousness, our brain is connected to this lattice or this field. Within this field, our thoughts permeate and actively participate in our reality. Right? Boom! And our first NPC says, that's not true at all. Go ahead, show me why it's not true. Yes, so the universe, however, it has been here before all of us. So what we are doing right now, we are just participators in a field. Okay. Now, here's the thing about how reality works. Well, someone may say it's not true that we are actively participants in our universe. So can anyone comment below why it's not true? Someone commented, someone says this is not true. They said because they're educated, they're not an NPC. So okay, you said the universe was here before all of us. We all know that. But how is it not true that we are actively participating in our reality? Go ahead. I'll leave the floor open while I talk. So go ahead. If you know it's not true, go ahead and show me why. Now let's go back to science to show you how things work. Now, your brain you have, right? It has billions and billions of what we call neurons. What powers your brain? Electrochemical energy. What gives electrochemical energy its power? Light. What gives light its power? The field. What gives the field its power? We don't know. So there's certain parts that we get stuck at. We aren't at that level yet, but something is given power. What makes an electron have mass? What makes an electron have power? What gives an electron momentum? There's an invisible force, we call that the 0-point energy field force. But in that force, so here is what the teachers, your gurus, your scientists are starting to say right now. They're starting to say, wait a minute. Maybe there is something to this consciousness. Maybe consciousness is giving rise to reality. Because everything we're backtracking, we're using string theory, we're seeing that we go beyond the elementary particles, we go on beyond the quantum, we get to strings of energy. So something have to be making these strings of energy vibrate to present themselves as an electron, as a proton. Okay, what's given that? So when they went all the way and they got stuck and they're like, wait a minute. It has to be our consciousness. Consciousness have to give rise. If the brain is a decoder, something is sending information to be decoded. It is you. You are the decoder, my friends. You are actively participating in your universe. You are creators as well as observers. So what you have to start to do, you have to really start to recognize the immense power you have. Now listen, some of these scientists, their works, they disappeared. Their research was torn down, their labs was messed up. Someone out there does not want this information to be spread to the masses. That's the matrix. So when you're getting this information, you have to protect it and you have to implement it. It's in you right now. So I talk about multidimensional, right? Multidimension, right? So the thing you have to understand, guys, and know this, right? What you get in the 3D, you get from somewhere else. Nothing happens in the 3D. The 3D is an effect by a causality somewhere else. Let me repeat that. You better go write this down because this will help you immensely. What you're seeing in your three-dimensional world is an after effect from somewhere else. You cause something to have a mirror effect in your 3D world. Nothing, I'll say it again, nothing happens in the 3D. It happens outside. So where does all this stuff happen? Listen, this is so simple. I'll tell you this answer, but you'll say, but listen, you better make this important. You decode reality with your imagination. What you are imagining is the cause. What you're experiencing is your effect. Cause, effect. Here's where people get it messed up. They go backwards. They go effect, cause. They have been brainwashed and programmed to think that they can affect, that you can manipulate your 3D world with your smartest mind, with your hands, with your work, with your hard work. You cannot do that. You will only give the 3D a little bump. You cause your world to change when you start every single day to see the world you like change in your head. If you can't see it in the head, a lot of you do scripting. You got to write it down. If you write down how you want your world to look, how it feels, if you can see in your head how you want your world to look and feel, you are doing two things at the same time. I'm sure how powerful you are. You know what you're doing and you don't even know it? You're creating quantum superposition. You just initiated quantum entanglement. You also opened up a parallel multi-universe, and you haven't even broken a sweat. Yeah, you're doing all that. This is what science says happened. It happens so fast, so simultaneously fast. So every time you have an imagination or a thought, you're doing three things: entanglement, superposition, and parallel dimensional travel. That's what you're doing. So if you keep doing it, it's going to show up in your physical world. Right? You see it so much because my physical is not reflecting my 3D. Yes. So there will always be what we call a lag time manifestation, a delay interference pattern. What is a delay interference pattern? Delay interference pattern. DIP. There will oh, look at that. There'll always be a dip. It makes sense. Delay interference pattern, which is dip. Wow. See how everything is so aligned. Okay. So the delay interference pattern is this. Is your brain, right? When you're manifesting something, it's already manifested, but it takes what you see as time to show up because your brain is not as fast as the field. The field is very fast. It's simultaneous. Remember, in the field, everything is happening all at the same time. Everything is manifested, created there at once, right? So don't sweat it, man. If you don't see it in your 3D, just relax. It's coming for you. You're going to get it. It has to come into your world. Because we all have delay interference pattern. This is how our brain works, man. Everything is going to take a lag to show up into your physical reality. Just be patient. Just ignore your ego and just don't react to the physical 3D. Just know it has to come. And if you keep that pattern, I will 100% guarantee you'll get what you want. That's how it works. They call it, they call it reality transurfing. I don't know, but I don't think that's reality transurfing. What I'm speaking about is when someone is manifesting their desires, but they're not seeing any evidence of it in their 3D. As a matter of fact, they're seeing opposite. They're seeing more chaos. They're seeing more negativity. So they may start to think it's not working and they get discouraged and they stop or they quit. So what I am telling you is don't get discouraged. Don't stop. Do not quit, because there's something that you don't know about your brain, and I'm teaching it to you right now. Your brain is always on a delay feed. And I use this example so many times and I'll use it again. It's as if you're watching something on the internet, if you have really super fast internet speed, it comes in real time. If you don't have super speed, you'll see a delay. So if you're watching two monitors, one of them is live and the other one is 2 seconds ahead, and you say, oh, look, I already seen that play. So if you have two different cable companies, one's faster, one's so slow, you get a delay feed, but the live event is still happening. That's an example of your brain. So it's your brain's processing power. So to us though, to you and I, it shows up as what we see as linear time. It shows up like it takes months, it takes weeks, it takes years, right? But remember again, the Matrix doubled down on you by making up months, years. So we have this concept in our head that we are in time. And then when we have a concept in our head that we're in time, we think we are running out of time, and we think that we're not going to get it in time. And that comes in with your ego. So you get the Matrix just doubled down on you, and then your brain also doubled down on you. So I'm here to tell you that if you stick with your process and you do what you do, you're going to get what you get. And don't sweat it. Don't sweat the small stuff. You really have to learn to don't react. And what I mean by don't react, I'm not talking about you're going to get emotion, man. It's part of the game. It's not even a 6-second delay. A 6-second delay is with the subconscious with the conscious mind. I'm talking about actually your big manifestations, like your house, your car, money, lottery, success, health. All of those manifestations are in a parallel universe, another dimension. What happens is they are instantaneously in the field, but your brain takes time to process that immense amount of information to become physical reality. Remember, your brain is a decoder. It's like a processor. So you're always going to be in a delay feed to manifest. So what is a delay feed to manifest? It means if it's a delay feed, it's already completed. Right? If the live event is going on and the guy says, oh yeah, we're watching it live, but we have a little bit of a delay feed due to interference with our satellite signal. They aren't telling you. What they're telling you is you're going to get it, but it's just going to come in a little bit later. That's what they're not telling you it's over. The live thing is still playing. You see how it works? That's how it goes with everything in your life, man. So check this out. So you may be asking yourself, well, Mark, if this is true, why haven't I gotten what I want? So you have to be honest with yourself. Now I've given this information. All of you are going back into your mind and be like, damn, why did I stop? Damn, why did I give up? Damn, why did I change? Damn, it was taking too long. That's why you didn't get it. You didn't hang around till the party was over to get your prize. You left early. At the end of the party is where they give out the prize, but you left 20 minutes into the party. You left 30 minutes into the party. You gotta stay till the party until the break of dawn. You have to stay until the sun come up in the party, man. That's how you're gonna get your manifestation, people. So you see a lot of individuals, when they're manifesting something, they go ahead and put a stamp clock on it. Don't put any clocks. Clocks don't exist. Time is, you gotta get out of that. Your job is to not react. So let's go back to the emotional part I was talking about when you're not in the reality of manifesting, right? So when I talk about non-reacting to 3D, I'm not telling you to be stone cold, non-emotional robot person. I'm not telling you to shut down your emotions, because many of us, we still have trauma. We still get anxiety. Things still affect us that we can't control, right? So it's not like you can go ahead and turn off your emotions all the time. Many of us can't do it. We've been through so much. We have PTSD, the matrix, the mainstream, they damage our emotions. So we have these very, very triggered emotional states we walk around with. Here's what I'm saying. Anytime something triggers one of those emotions, or anytime you get emotional triggers, the point is to become aware that you're being triggered, not to get into the trigger. That's what I mean by non-reacting. An example is, if I'm around and I want something and I notice it's going the opposite of what I want, I have two things. I could either get mad and say, damn, why is this stuff working in my favor? Or I could do my non-reaction. I can say, okay, I notice that this is not going in my favor. I approach it from the only time I use logic. I said, I notice this is not going in my favor. I notice my emotions are off. Okay? I'm not triggered now, because I now step out as the observer of my emotions. So now the field recognizes my emotion, my energy's motion. If the field recognizes that the field is watching me like this, here's what the field does. The field puts on its multi-dimensional infinite reality stuff, and it's looking at me. The field is consciousness, is the unified field theory. So it's just looking at me and it says, I'm gonna test this guy right now. He wants to manifest some good stuff. All right, let's see how dedicated he is. Boom. Let me send some more negativity to him. I want to see him jump. If he jumps and reacts, I'm going to keep him in that low vibration, because the field is just looking for harmony. It's not out to get Mark. That's what it's programmed to do. It wants to make harmony. So it's Mark is already Mark is already in a lack life. It wants Mark to keep. So it's looking at Mark. When Mark jumps, gotcha. I'm gonna send more stuff to Mark. Now, when Mark recognizes the game, and Mark says, okay, so you're trying to play me. Okay, game recognized game. So what I'm gonna do now, since I know science and physics now, and I know the field wants a reaction out of me, so what I do now, so here's the field again. Now I'm manifesting something big. So the field is looking at me again. I say, all right, man, boom. But the field doesn't get any reaction from me. So the field starts looking again and says, all right, I'm gonna double up. Boom. Still don't get any reaction from me. So the field says, oh, wait a minute. This guy's already in alignment. That's what the field says. It says, I'm already in alignment with what I want, because the 3D is not affecting me. So I am not, what I'm doing, my emotions are not telling the field to give me more negative. My emotions are telling the field that I'm already in my future reality, so to speak. So what the field does, if the field doesn't see any reaction, the field elevates me to that reality, because it's looking for harmony. Harmony was in the negative state, so I'm not reacting. So that state is nullified. I have a new state of non-reaction. So the field says, this guy is in a new state. So it changes, and I now become aligned. So what happens now is the feedback loop time now, what we call, right? The interference pattern comes in now, where from me moving from lack to my manifestation, that space in between, that's what we call the delay choice interference pattern, or delayed interference pattern. That's where my brain now has to compress all of the stuff from another universe, another reality, and then bring it back to me in my three-dimensional world. So when I open and I start looking, my 3D world starts to change. This may sound preposterous, but I have news to tell you. Science says this is how creating and manifesting reality works. Quantum mechanics says that. But I got even greater news for you. Check this out. Did you know We haven't even begun to fully understand quantum mechanics. So that trippy part right there, there is even more trippier parts that we haven't even discovered yet. So it may get even more weird and quirky. But that part, so trippy. But there is more. Way more. We haven't even gotten into the dark energy, the invisible force that moves the universe. We haven't even gotten into how dimensions operate, how other dimensions can come into our dimension, how other beings may inhabit other dimensions, visiting our dimension. We haven't even touched any of that. We haven't even found a way to merge the theory of general relativity, theory of relativity, quantum mechanics. We haven't even found a way to have a unified theory of everything yet, because our understanding is still in its infancy. But for what we do understand right now, it's very profound that you can shift your world by you're not only a observer, you're a participator in your world. Do you see how it works? Okay, so in the beginning, right, we had someone here commented and said that the universe doesn't have a beginning or an end. That is true. Imagine, people, can you imagine something with no beginning and no end? You can't imagine it. You know why, right? You know why you can't imagine it? Let me do my drum roll. Boom. Because the universe don't care about what you and I think about it, or what you and I think we are capable of. The universe is just going to do the universe, and you and I either have to adapt to it or stay out of the game. We can either go with the program or we can get left behind. So when the universe started, it says, hey man, I've always been here. There's no beginning and end. Go ahead, try. Universe, I can't imagine a beginning or an end. Universe, I don't care, man. I'm just gonna do me. Universe, is it true you don't have a beginning or an end? Go ask your scientists. Universe, is not fair. You made me a brain that I can't comprehend. Universe says, I didn't make you your brain. Evolution did that. A simulation, a hologram did that. I'm just a supplier of all this stuff. Universe, so how are you gonna leave me hanging? I didn't leave you hanging. You have the higher self to help you connect. You better go find out and get with your higher self. Universe, why didn't you teach me any of this stuff? Hey man, I'm not here to teach. I'm here to give. I'm here to give you what you're vibrating on. Teaching is for the teachers. It's not fair. Universe says, I have news for you. Fear is something you make up. There's no word such as fear. Everything already is. You just got to get on the vibration to get what you want. That's what the universe is going to say to you if you could talk to the universe. You know that, right? If the universe was a person like me and you go to the universe and you ask the universe, hey man, why are you holding back on me? The universe is going to look at you with a smile and said, I'm not holding back on you. The universe is going to say, it's not my fault you don't have game. That's what the universe is going to tell you. The universe says, I'm here all along. Look, I'm open. I never closed. I'm 365. Look, I got money. I got cars. I got the ideas for your business. I got your health. But you didn't come at me the right way. If you don't come at the universe the right way, how the universe is going to give you what you want? So the universe is going to always tell you, hey, you got to speak my language. So someone asked me, am I the universe or the higher self? So here's how it goes, right? So when I talk about the universe, so look at it this way. So the higher self is your consciousness streamed as you. The universe is the tool and the mode your higher self uses to deliver your desires. So the universe is one big supply chain that just is on 24 hours, 7 days a week, giving out free, abundant stuff. The higher self is the guy that turns on the key to make it run and give you the stuff. Now you got it. See how simple that is? And to show you can do it, look, the books. Manifest the Lottery, cheat code to manifest the game of life. You can get these. Amazon, my one-on-one coaching program, get into as well. I'll put the pinned comments below. So go out now and live your best life, man, and use your powers to manifest your greatest desires. Happy manifesting.